haven't opened the Parmesan like a fucking idiot. A little bit's gonna add some flavor to this bitch. This is where you be quiet and I cook. Hello friends and welcome back to my kitchen. Today I'm going to be cooking for you, well, I'm not actually cooking. I'm going to be making for you two sides. It's summertime, so we're calling this summer sides. This is a great time to barbecue. I've got some really quick, simple, easy sides to teach you. And today I'm drinking more tequila. Let's do it. First, I'm going to boil the corn, and I'm lazy, so I didn't get corn with husks on it because the husking part is just kind of annoying. And this was only like $7 for 7 corn on the cobs, and that's only 40 cents more per cob. So, you know, fuck it. Let's throw these in the water. I've got a rolling boil. I'm just going to throw these cobs in there, and we're going to boil for 10 minutes. I'm worried I have too much water. Shit. And then while these are boiling, we're going to cut up our veg. All right, so I'm going to start on my coleslaw chopping, and we've got green cabbage and red cabbage. Red cabbage I don't always use. The last time I made coleslaw I didn't, but it adds a nice color to it. That's the only difference that it makes. So I'm going to do this whole head and then just a little bit, maybe half of the head or a quarter of the red head. I'm just going to cut it in half. Maybe. Oh my goodness. My knife is dull. There it goes. And then to shred, just very thinly, as thin as you can make it. As always, it doesn't have to be perfect, it just has to be. The thing that you're watching out for is this little core here. You don't want as little of that in your coleslaw as possible. And just as thinly as you can, I like to kind of diagonally shred it until I get to the core, then go to the other side. And that's what we're gonna do. So once I've shredded my half, I'm just going to put like 3 cuts through just to make it a smaller bite and easier to get in a fork or a spoon. And then repeat. All right. So I've got my cabbage shredded. I'm gonna go and dice my onion. This is a yellow onion, not common in many coleslaw recipes, but I love onion, so I'm gonna very finely dice about a quarter of a medium-sized onion, and that's it. But this is where your knife skills come into play. Chop it as finely as humanly possible. All I've got left to add is my carrots. Now, you can get baby carrots or full-size carrots. I like to get these shredded carrots in my coleslaw, and then I just kind of eyeball how many shredded carrots I want. Again, I just get them because they save time. So if you want more carrots, you want less carrots, you get to choose. But look at the beauty. Ah, coleslaw in the wild. All that's left to do is I'm gonna make a quick dressing with mayo and some vinegars and some sugars, etc. And then we need to chill it for however long. I've ate it right away. You don't have to chill it. I think if you chill it for up to an hour, it's best. And tequila time! This is a really simple dressing. It has mayo, 2 types of vinegar, cider vinegar, which is key, some sugar, and the secret ingredient, celery seed. That's going to take it to the next level. So we're going to mix this up real quick and toss it into our mixture of veggies. I shouldn't have to measure this, but I do. And honestly, I oftentimes add more mayo than what's in the recipe because I like it saucy. Cup of mayo in cider vinegar. We're doing a tablespoon cider vinegar. 2 tablespoons of white vinegar. 1, 2 tablespoons. We're doing 4 teaspoons sugar from the ghetto bag. And you know what? sugar just helps balance things out. Lastly, the secret seasoning is this celery seeds, and I'm gonna do a full teaspoon of that celery seeds. It smells like magic. And it's salt and pepper to taste. I always add less salt, you know, a little bit of salt, because you can always add salt, you can never take it out. So don't go crazy with the salt. This is pepper, in case you didn't notice. Green pepper. Green salt. Pink Himalayan salt. So we're gonna add some sauce in here and then stir this bitch up. Gotta get every last fucking morsel. If you want a little zing pop, add a little more vinegar in there. Just whoop, 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 whoop. Just a little blip. Oh, that's another tablespoon. Fuck it. I'm very happy with this consistency and texture. Fucking good, mate. Coleslaw done. I'm just gonna put a plastic wrap over that, find some room in my stuffed fucking fridge, and let it chill for a little bit. Piece of shit. What is happening? I need help. I've had too much tequila time. Hey! What in the little... Okay, we're just gonna do this. This is how I use cling wrap, is I fucking do that. God, shit. We did it. Tequila time. So I've got my corn on the cob cooked, and it's cooled down. You don't want to cut it when it's hot, for obvious reasons. I'm going to take each cob and just kind of cut down, almost like in a square pattern. You want to get as close to the cob as you can, because remember, we're making a salad, so I'm just trying to cut the kernels off. And if I didn't mention before, this is my play on like a Mexican street corn. And they serve it in foil or on a stick. I like to put it in a salad, and it will be celebrated. Everyone loves it. So I got my corn here. I'm gonna put my little slices in. It's helpful to have a big cutting board, because I like to get these little bits here, because I kind of cut it in a square. So I take the back of my knife and just run it down the edges, because I want all those bits. Those are tasty, sweet bits. Flavor to this bitch. One cob down, blip, rinse and repeat. Once we get all our corn off the cob, then I don't have a set recipe. I'm just kind of looking for a quantity of how much onion I like, how much jalapeno, cilantro, mayo, because it's not a perfect science. In Mexican street corn, they just throw some mayo on there, they throw the tajin, which is a lime chili powder. Just throw that shit in there. So fucking throw shit in there and it's gonna be good. So I've got my kernels off the cob, and I just wanna break them up and try to get them individualized. And as we continue to stir this with our other vegetables, they'll all come apart, but I like to just try to break them up a little bit as much as I can. And then, like I said, the recipe isn't written. And you know what's shitty is I thought I made this recipe up. I had Mexican street corn so many times. I was like, man, you know what would be good if we just put it all together without the cob and have a larger quantity. Damn, that'd be awesome. So I made it, and it turned out incredible. Everyone loved it. And then I Googled it, and I found out it exists. So if you're looking for a recipe, fucking Google it. I don't have a recipe for it. I eyeball what looks good to me. So we're gonna do the rest of our ingredients, put some mayo in that shit that I told you earlier that we're gonna do, and it will be incredible. Let's go. All right, so we're gonna do onion. That's just a little bit of red onion. I'm not gonna do a lot. Again, I'm eyeballing for what looks good to me. It'll probably end up being about a quarter of an onion, maybe 3/4. And finely diced as best you can. So here's about a quarter. I'm gonna stop, give it just a once over, get a good goddamn motherfucking look at it, and then we're just throwing shit into our salad now. Just throw some shit in it. Like I said, throw some shit in it. Does that look like enough red onion to me? Maybe a little more, actually. I think we might go the rest of it. Bitch. In we go. Yeah. So then I'm gonna do some jalapeno. I'm gonna do a whole jalapeno with the seeds because I'm not a pussy. I'm gonna do just a little bit of cilantro. So I'm gonna put a whole lime in here. Even though my tahini sauce, which is a chili lime sauce, has lime in it, I like fresh lime in there, just for good measure, because I love lime. I'm gonna put a half a lime for now, and then save some wedges for later if we need it. Okay? Tequila time! This one is for you guys. This one is for my audience. Please subscribe and like. So I'm gonna approximate, I think that's a half cup. We'll call this another half cup, so maybe a cup of mayo. We've got that lime juice in there, so I'm gonna add some salt. I'm gonna take it easy at first. Then some pep. Plenty of pep, little spice. Bitch. And tahini. This is, like I said, it's a chili lime powder. I want a lot of it. I don't know how much I'm putting, but it's a lot. I'm gonna give it maybe 2 tablespoons, maybe 3, maybe more. I'm guessing it's gonna be about a half a cup, but it's a lot because you want it really. Let me put this in. We're gonna do the big side. We'll do the sure side. Oh, that's a mound. That's a mound. And by the way, Parmesan is salty, so that's why I'm slow on the salt. Mixy mix, see where we're at. Yeah, so see these colors. Fucking beautiful. Red, yellow, green, God bless Mexico. Okay, so that texture right here, see how it's the spoonful is kind of grouping? That's what I like. Again, if you like it saucy, make it saucy, but this is about the point I like, so I'm gonna taste test. All right, so now we're gonna try these sides. They've been chilled for an hour. I cooked me up some barbecue chicken, and let's see how they turned out. Coleslaw.
Oh, I hear the crunch.
Zing. Pop. Vinegar, sugar. And that crunch, you can't replace. Now let's try the Elotes salad. It is so good. It takes me back to Mexico, where they have the elotes. This shit is delicious. You're welcome. I like it saucy. If you don't like it, fuck off. Oh, la-ti-da. You're gonna put your fist in nuts. Both at the same time, in what orifice? It smells like magic. We're done with you guys. You guys can suck a dick. Nobody likes a dirty dick, and nobody likes a dirty cook, so get it right.